24,000 verses, 7 books. One of the oldest stories in human civilization. Composed over 2,000 years ago. Passed down to an unbroken oral tradition that stretches back even further. This is the Ramayana. The Ramayana was composed by sage Valmiki, called Abhikari, the first poet in human history. The story goes that Valmiki was walking by a river when he saw a hunter kill one of a pair of crowned birds. The surviving bird cried out in grief, and from Valmiki's own grief at witnessing that suffering, the first sloka, the first verse of poetry ever spoken, emerged from his lips. You shall find no rest for eternity, hunter, for you have killed one of a pair in love. From that moment of compassion, the entire Ramayana was born. A story about love, duty, sacrifice, and the eternal battle between dharma and adharma. The Ramayana is divided into 7 kandas, 7 books. Bala Kanda, the birth and youth of Ram. Ayodhya Kanda, the exile. Aranya Kanda, the forest, the golden deer, and the kidnapping of Sita. Kishkindha Kanda, the alliance with Hanuman and the Vanara army. Sundara Kanda, Hanuman's great leap to Lanka. Yuddha Kanda, the war. And Uttara Kanda, the return, the coronation, and the beginning of Ram Rajya, the perfect kingdom. This is the story of Ram, the 7th avatar of Lord Vishnu. Born mortal, tested by everything the world could throw at him, and remembered for eternity. In the kingdom of Ayodhya, King Dashratha, ruler of the Sun dynasty, beloved by his people, had everything a king could wish for, except for an heir. On the council of his priests, he performed the Uttrakameshti Yagna, a sacred fire ritual to invoke the blessings of the gods. From the sacrificial flames, the divine being emerged, carrying a golden vessel, a sacred payasa. The offering was shared among Dashratha's 3 queens, and in time, 4 sons were born. The eldest was Ram, born on Chaitra Shukla Navami, the 9th day of the bright fortnight, the day we celebrate as Ram Navami to this day. Ram was no ordinary prince. He was the 7th avatar of Lord Vishnu, born into a mortal body to fulfill a cosmic purpose, the destruction of Ravan, the demon king of Lanka, who had grown so powerful that even the gods could not defeat him. Years later, in the kingdom of Mithila, King Janak announced a Swayamvara, a contest for the hand of his daughter, Princess Sita. The challenge: lift and string the Pinaka, the divine bow of Lord Shiva. It was so heavy that it had to be carried on an 8-wheeled iron cart, pulled by hundreds of men. Kings and warriors from across the land tried in field. None could even move it. Ram stepped forward, he lifted the bow with one hand, drew the string, and the bow shattered with a sound that echoed across the 3 worlds. Ram and Sita were married, 2 souls bound by dharma and love, a bond that would be tested by everything the universe could throw at them. The day before Ram's coronation, Queen Kaikeyi, Ram's stepmother, poisoned by the words of her servant Manthara, invoked 2 ancient boons the King Dashratha had once promised her. Her demands: banish Ram to the forest for 14 years and crown her own son Bharat as king instead. Dashratha was shattered. He begged Kaikeyi to withdraw, but a king's word once given cannot be taken back. Ram accepted the exile without hesitation, not with anger, not with resentment, with grace, because Dharma demanded it. Sita refused to stay back. Lakshman, Ram's devoted younger brother, walked with him. The three of them left Ayodhya on foot, leaving behind a kingdom, a crowd, and a father who would die of grief before they returned. In the forest, Ravan, the them-headed king of Lanka, set his trap. He sent the shape-shifting demon Marika, disguised as a golden deer, so beautiful that Sita asked Ram to catch it. Ram pursued the deer deep into the forest. As he struck it with an arrow, Marika cried out in Ram's voice, a desperate plea for help. Lakshman, hearing what he thought was Ram's cry for help, was torn. Sita, consumed by fear for Ram's safety, urged Lakshman to go. She spoke harsh words in her panic. Lakshman, unable to bear her grief and trusting in Ram's divine strength, folded his hands before Sita and reluctantly left to find his brother. Ravan appeared, disguised as a wandering holy man, and asked for alms. With both brothers gone and no protection around the ashram, Sita was alone. Ravan revealed his true form, whole 10 heads, 20 arms, a being of terrifying power, and seized her. The great bird Jatayu, old, noble, a friend of Dasharatha, tried to stop Ravana in mid-flight. Ravan cut off his wings. Jatayu fell. Sita was taken to Lanka. Ram and Lakshman searched desperately for Sita. In the monkey kingdom of Kishkindha, they met Hanuman, the son of Vayu, the wind god. As a child, Hanuman had once leaped towards the sun, mistaking it for a fruit. The gods had to intervene. His power was immeasurable, but sealed by a curse that made him forget his own strength until reminded at the moment of greatest need. Through Hanuman, Ram formed an alliance with Sugriva, the exiled monkey king, and assembled the Vanara army, an army of forest beings who would march to the edge of the ocean for a prince they had just met, because they recognized his dharma. The army reached the southern tip of India. Across the ocean lay Lanka, and no one could cross, until Jambavan, the wise bear king, reminded Hanuman of his true nature. You are the son of the wind. You have the strength to cross the ocean. Remember who you are. Can Hanuman remember? He grew to an enormous size, climbed to the peak of Mount Mahendra and leaped. The ocean parted beneath him. Demons tried to stop him mid-flight. Surasa opened her jaws wide enough to swallow a mountain. Hanuman shrank to the size of a thumb, flew straight to her mouth and out her ear. He landed in Lanka, found Sita in Ashokavatika, alone, grieving, surrounded by Ravan's guards, and delivered Ram's message. He is coming for you. Before leaving, Hanuman allowed himself to be captured. Ravan ordered his tail set on fire. Hanuman used that burning tail to set all of Lanka ablaze. Then he leaped back across the ocean, carrying hope. Ram's army needed to cross the ocean. The architect Mela, son of Vishwakarma, the divine engineer, designed the bridge. The Vamaras began carrying boulders and trees, but the stones sank. Then somebody inscribed the name Ram on a stone, and it floated. For 5 days, millions of Vanaras worked. They built a bridge of floating stones across the ocean to Lanka, a bridge that, according to tradition, still exists as the chain of limestone shows between India and Sri Lanka, known as Ram Setu. The battle for Lanka was not a simple war. It was a collision between the forces of Dharma and the forces of ego. Ravan's son, Indrajit, also called Meghnad, fought with the power of invisibility and bound Ram and Lakshman with the Nada Pasha, the serpent weapon. Garuda, the divine eagle, had to descend from the heavens to free them. When Lakshman was struck down by a fatal weapon, Hanuman flew to the Himalayas for the Sanjeevani herb. Unable to identify the right plant, he lifted the entire mountain and carried it back, racing the dawn, because if the sun rose before the herb was administered, Lakshmana would die. Finally, Ram's charioteer, Matali, sent by Indra himself, reminded Ram of the divine weapon bestowed upon him by the sage Agastya. A weapon forged by Brahma, the creator, for the conquest of the three worlds. Ram fitted the Brahmastra to his bow and released it. The arrow blazed across the battlefield like a second sun and struck Ravana in the chest. It pierced his heart, extinguished his vital breath, and buried itself in the earth. The 10 crowns fell, the earth trembled, and the sky rained flowers. With Ravan defeated, Ram, Sita and Lakshman boarded the Pushpaka Viman, Ravan's celestial chariot that flew through the sky, and returned to Ayodhya. Bharat, who had refused to sit on the throne for 14 years, ruling instead the bronze sandals placed on the seat of power, wept with joy. The people of Ayodhya lit rows of clay lamps, diyas, to guide Ram home through the darkness. That night of lights, according to tradition, was the first Diwali. Ram was crowned king, and his reign, Ram Rajya, became the standard by which all governments is measured. A kingdom where dharma prevailed, where the weak were protected, where truth was the law. The Ramayana is not just a story, it is a mirror. Ram shows us what it means to uphold dharma, even when it costs you everything. Sita shows us strength that doesn't need a weapon. Lakshman shows us loyalty without condition. Hanuman shows us devotion without ego. Even Ravan, a great scholar, a master of the Vedas, a devotee of Shiva so powerful that he once left at Mount Kailash, shows us that knowledge without humility is destruction.